What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Ant. Thank you for checking us out. Today, we are covering AEW Dynamite from April 12th, 2022. They were live in New Orleans, Louisiana. You know how to get a little rowdy. You know, it's not Mardi Gras season that already passed, but it's still fun to get down and dirty in New Orleans. So let's kick off the night. We start off with Penta with Alexander Abrahamians. I cannot pronounce his name correct, so don't mind me. Taking on CM Punk. And the match starts off, and both men punch and chop away at one another. Penta applies an ankle lock, and he ends up nailing two sling blades. CM Punk then nails a suicide dive and a hurricane rana off the top rope. Punk then applies the Anaconda Vice, and then there's continuing back and forth moves. And then Punk eventually catches Penta in a GTS. So far, my favorite Punk match that he's had singles in AEW has been against FTR. I think it was Dax Harwood. That was an amazing match. This was also a great match as well, but I felt like it could have given a bit more time and a little bit more stuff could have happened. But it is great to see CM Punk continue on his streak of great success. Next, we then see the Jericho Appreciation Society getting out of an airplane. But as they are, we see Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston drive up behind Jericho, and they toss Matt Menard and Angelo out of the limo, and they are just brutalized, and Jericho Appreciation Society is pissed off about this. Next, we have the AEW Tag Team titles on the line. The AEW Tag Team Champions Jurassic Express defending against reDRagon. The match starts off with Kyle O'Reilly and Jungle Boy, Bobby Fish with a Dragon Lake sleeper into the railing. reDRagon control the start. Luchasaurus with a senton to the outside. Luchasaurus then nails a double clothesline and a double choke slam. Jungle Boy nails a sidewalk slam elbow combination. It was a cool move. With Luchasaurus' help, they get a 2 count. Kyle O'Reilly applies a cross arm breaker, but Jungle Boy gets his foot to the ropes. Bobby Fish nails an avalanche Falcon Arrow over Kyle O'Reilly, who has Luchasaurus in a guillotine. And then Jungle Boy nails a swinging DDT, and Jungle Express nails their finisher, and they retain the AEW Tag Team titles. I do like Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I do feel like their title reign has been a little lackluster. I would like to see FTR, reDRagon, any of those teams or any other team take the titles, because Jurassic Express, they're great, but I don't know. They do have good matches, but nothing amazing. After the match, reDRagon attacked Jurassic Express with steel chairs. FDR come down and they hold their respective titles in the air, and they push reDRagon, and they have to be separated. So like I just said, FDR definitely could be in the climate, but reDRagon attacking Jurassic Express with steel chairs, not very good. Blackpool Combat Club giving an interview about Gun Club. They will be taking them on a 6-man tag match on Rampage this Friday. We then get a backstage interview between Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter. It will be Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm in the first round Owen Hart qualifying cup. Jamie Hayter says this is her crowning moment and she'll break Tony's face. Tony has no response. She just walks off. I like seeing this quiet, silent Tony Storm. She's not here to play games. She's here to compete, win matches, and get that Owen Hart trophy. Next, we have MJF with Shawn Spears taking on Captain Shawn Dean. MJF attacks the captain to start. We see footage of security being knocked out backstage and one has no shirt on. And then Wardlow comes out and he chases MJF around the ring. Shawn Spears hits Wardlow with a steel chair. Bad idea. Wardlow powerbombs a guard on an apron, and many guards grab Wardlow. And MJF is outside of the ring arguing, and the referee starts to count. He gets to 9. MJF begs the referee, please don't count me out, please. However, the ref says nope, and he counts out MJF. So Captain Shawn Dean gets the win. After the match, MJF pushes the referee, and the referee pushes MJF back. Wardlow then attacks the guards, grabs a camera, and yells, "I'm never going to stop until I'm out of your contract." I really like this angle. It's different than Batista and Triple H. I like the storytelling that's been going on for months now. And I do like the fact that Wardlow has not been able to actually get physical with MJF just yet. When he does, it will be a huge payoff. I love the storyline. We then see a promo of Darby Allin. He challenges Andrade El Idolo to a coffin match next week on Dynamite. We then also get another Malachi Black promo. Malachi Black says that the house will take the brace light and kill it. Who could that be? Next, the Jericho Appreciation Society. That's Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia taking on Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston. JAS, that's what I call the Jericho Appreciation Society. They're in control to start the match, and Eddie Kingston nails a butterfly suplex. Santana hits 3 amigos and a frog splash, but still only gets a 2 count. Ortiz hits a flying leg drop, but Ortiz tosses Daniel Garcia into Chris Jericho. Garcia lands a power slam and gets the win. After the match, Jericho Appreciation Society attack Ortiz, Santana, and Eddie, and they leave them laying with the help of Maniac Matt and Angelo. I really like this team of Jericho Appreciation Society. It's a different storyline. It's definitely not the same, definitely different, but we'll see. It's going to be a good payoff when we see who Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston have, because they have to have someone to help them. So far, the numbers have not been even. Next up, we have Skye Blue taking on Marina Shafir. Marina will be taking on our TNT TBS, or I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm stuttering my words because I'm thinking of Jade Cargill. Our TBS champion, Jade Cargill. Marina will be taking her on. Marina takes out Skye fast and locks in a submission, and Skye taps out. After the match, Shafir blows kisses to the baddie section, and we see that Kiera Hogan and Red Velvet are now a part of the baddie section. Interesting to see that Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan are supporting Jade Cargill, but I do like this little team that she has going on. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to see American Top Team. They have some words for Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. We're going to see the sweet tag match, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland taking on the TNT champion, the FTR champion, Absolute Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And we also have the Ring of Honor TV Championship on the line. Ring of Honor TV Champion Minoru Suzuki defending against Samoa Joe. Stay tuned. We will be right back. And welcome back. Yes, definitely check out Anchor.fm. It is the greatest place to create your own podcast for free. You can also distribute it for free. Anchor.fm. Definitely check us out. While I'm speaking about Anchor, I want to thank you all for checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. You can check us out wherever podcasts are streaming, including places like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and many more. Definitely check us out. Oh, also Spotify. Give us a 5-star rating and let us know that you like us, because we like y'all. We are also available on YouTube. Just search the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast and give us a thumbs up. That's by subscribing to us. Also, like and leave a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on this episode of Dynamite. And also, make sure you hit the notification bell to stay notified when new content is created. All right, we come back with Tony Nese, and he trashes Hook backstage. We then see American Top Team. They also have a trashing moment where they talk shit about Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. We now have a good match that I was looking forward to. The FTR champion, Absolute Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, taking on Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Swerve in control of start, and Keith Lee chops Ricky Starks hard in the chest. Swerve launches off of Keith Lee's chest with a moonsault to Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks to the outside. Keith Lee tosses Ricky onto Powerhouse Hobbs. Combo kick and punch from Keith Lee and Swerve to Ricky Starks. Starks then spears Swerve hard to the mat, and Starks then nails a flipping DDT and gets a 2 count. Lee tackles Starks, but Powerhouse Hobbs makes a save. Taz then walks down, and Swerve sends Powerhouse into the post. Swerve then goes for a 450 splash to Ricky Starks, but Taz grabs Keith Lee's leg, and Powerhouse Hobbs nails a spine buster to Keith Lee, and they get the win. Interesting that Keith Lee was the person to take the pinfall victory for that, but at least it was to a big guy like Powerhouse Hobbs. Obviously, there's gonna be more to come between these two guys. I mean, these four guys. Great match, great chemistry. We then have Vicky Guerrero, Nyla Rose interrupt Thunder Rosa's interview with Cake. The AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa puts the cake in Nyla Rose's face. Nyla then tosses Rosa hard into the dresser backstage, and she accidentally punches Vicky Guerrero in the face. We are now here for our main event, the Ring of Honor TV Championship on the line. The Ring of Honor TV Champion Minoru Suzuki defending against Samoa Joe. The two chop each other so many times, it was hard to count. Their chests were probably like freaking armor, the way they were chopping each other. I put in my notes that Samoa Joe chops the shit out of Minoru. Minoru punches and Samoa Joe tackles him. Minoru locks in an armbar over the ropes. And then Suzuki calls on Samoa Joe to chop fest again. They do. Samoa Joe with a side slam. Then we see Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal. They cheer for Samoa Joe in the crowd. Samoa Joe nails a top rope enziguri and then a muscle buster for 3. And Samoa Joe is your new Ring of Honor TV champion. After the match, Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal have a special present. They give Samoa Joe the middle finger. The lights go out, and Saddam Singh debuts, and he attacks Samoa Joe and tosses him into the ring steps. All 3 men attack Samoa Joe. Jay Lethal nails the lethal injection, and they pose over Samoa Joe. A lot of fans are upset for the whole blackout with Saddam Singh. A lot of people don't know him. He played basketball. He was the first Indian professional basketball player to be drafted over in the United States. So he is an interesting person to see. I'm looking forward to more of the issues with Samoa Joe and his Ring of Honor counterparts. We have AEW Rampage that is going to be dropping soon. That is our recap for that. We have the Texas Tornado match the Texas Death match between AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page defending against Adam Cole. That'll be dropping shortly. Stay tuned for that. Happy 420, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Dynamite. Stay tuned and stay safe.